Periyava Sharanam, Glimpses from Sri MahaPeriyava's Life History, Volume 3, Chapter 10, Continued. Year 1930. During the year 1930, MahaPeriyava mostly travelled in North Arcot district. Vyasa Puja and Chaturmasyam took place at a village called Pusaimalai Kuppam. The missing elephant. During MahaPeriyava's stay in this village, a shed close to where the mud elephant was kept shackled caught fire during the night. Unable to withstand the heat from the fire, the elephant broke the shackles and ran off. By next morning, the shed was burned to ashes and the elephant was missing. Mud officials launched a search for the elephant but could not find it anywhere. Later, on hearing that an elephant was found lying down in a water pond about 5 miles away, the elephant's caretaker with others went to the pond spot and tried to pull the elephant out, but their efforts were futile. Later, MahaPeriyava himself went to the pond spot. On seeing MahaPeriyava, the elephant rose up, came to the shore and knelt before him. There were burn blisters on elephant's body. MahaPeriyava gently caressed the elephant and gave instructions for treating the elephant. Visit to Sri Appaya Dikshitar's village. Appaya Dikshitar was a great Sanskrit scholar who lived in the 15th century in a village called Adayapalam, located about 3 miles from Arani city in the North Arcot district of Tamil Nadu. He was a great devotee of Shiva and had authored many religious treatises in Sanskrit. On June 2, 1930, MahaPeriyava visited Adayapalam. After performing puja in the local Shiva temple, MahaPeriyava gave a lecture on the life and works of Appaya Dikshitar. He persuaded the citizens of the village to celebrate Dikshitar's birthday every year. MahaPeriyava also visited Virinchipuram, the village where Dikshitar was born. He asked Appaya Dikshitar's descendants not only to be proud of their lineage but also learn Dikshitar's works and make his fame sustain in the world. Travel to Chengalpattu. MahaPeriyava continued his travels to Kaveri Pakam, Ranipettai, Balajabad, Arcot, Tiruvallur, Poondamalli and Coimbatore and other places near Chennai. Towards the end of the year, MahaPeriyava visited Tirukazhukkundram, a holy town near Chengalpattu, where he had darshan of Vedagirishwara Swami in the local temple there. At this place on December 25, 1930, the All India Sadhu Sangam extended a very warm welcome to MahaPeriyava with a deeply devotional speech. Year 1931. In the beginning of January 1931, MahaPeriyava visited Chengalpattu. The people of Chengalpattu who were expecting MahaPeriyava for many years were immensely happy at Periyava's visit. MahaPeriyava gave lectures every night at the Shiva temple. Paul Brunton's meeting. During this period of time, an Englishman by name Paul Brunton was travelling in India with the intention of meeting yogis in India and finding a real yogi to provide spiritual guidance to him. After completing a tour of North India, he came to Chennai to begin a tour of South India. He had brought with him a letter of introduction from England addressed to Sri K.S. Venkatramani, a well-known English writer and a member of the Madras University Senate. Carrying this introduction letter, he met Sri Venkatramani for the first time in Chennai. During the meeting with K.S. Venkatramani, Paul Brunton expressed his desire to meet real yogis and not waste time with fake yogis. Venkatramani thought for a while and after careful consideration of his request, told Brunton that it was hard to find real yogis given the then prevailing situation of atheism and Western cultures. He also said that real yogis are unseen as they are in meditation in remote places, and while it was difficult for an Indian to approach a real yogi, it was even more difficult for a European. However, that night Venkatramani received the news that MahaPeriyava had arrived in Chengalpattu. The very next day, Venkatramani met Paul Brunton and made a suggestion that completely changed the course of events. The following are excerpts of the conversation between K.S. Venkatramani and Paul Brunton from Paul Brunton's book titled A Search in Sacred India. K.S. Venkatramani. His Holiness Sri Shankara Acharya of Kumbakonam is the spiritual head of South India. Millions of people revere him as one of God's teachers. It happens that he has taken a great interest in me and has encouraged my literary career. And of course, he is the one to whom I look for spiritual advice. I may now tell you what I refrained from mentioning yesterday. We regard him as a master of the highest spiritual attainment. But he is not a yogi. He is the primate of the southern Hindu world, a true saint and great religious philosopher. Because he is fully aware of most of the spiritual currents of our time, and because of his own attainment, he has probably an exceptional knowledge of the real yogis. He travels a good deal from village to village and from city to city, so that he is particularly well informed on such matters. Wherever he goes, the holy men come to him to pay their respects. He could probably give you some useful advice. Would you like to visit him? Paul Brunton. That is extremely kind of you. I shall gladly go. How far is Chengalpattu? K.S. Venkatramani. Only 35 miles from here. But stay. Paul Brunton. Yes. K.S. Venkatramani. I begin to doubt whether His Holiness would grant you an audience. Of course, I shall do my utmost to persuade him. Paul Brunton. But I am a European. K.S. Venkatramani. You will take the risk of a rebuff? Paul Brunton. Certainly, let us go. So early morning next day, Venkatramani and Paul Brunton left for Chengalpattu. On the way, Venkatramani described Periyava's simple way of life, the biography and greatness of the Peetam's Adi Acharya, Sri Shankara, and his Advaitic philosophy. Brunton listened with great attention. Both of them reached the place where MahaPeriyava was staying. The Mutt officials told Venkatramani that it was not possible to obtain an interview for Paul Brunton as he was a European and there were already hundreds of people waiting for Periyava's darshan. Later, on Venkatramani's personal appeal, MahaPeriyava permitted him to bring in Paul Brunton. Venkatramani was absolutely thrilled to get MahaPeriyava's permission. Taking some flowers and orange fruits, Paul Brunton entered the house where MahaPeriyava was staying. In it was a dark room without any furniture. In a corner of the room was a dim oil lamp. In the dim light, Paul Brunton saw a short figure standing in the shadows. He approached closer to MahaPeriyava with some hesitation, put down his little offerings of flowers and fruits, and bowed low in salutation. What transpired later is best described in Paul Brunton's own words in his book, A Search in Secret India. To be continued, Periyava Sharanam.